it's Mrs. Davis, and we are here once again in the happy place to grow, where we are celebrating the wonderful works of author and illustrator Eric Carle. You know, his artwork was so colorful because he used a technique where he painted tissue, cut it out to form his characters, his creations, by using a technique called a collage. We learned in our first video a lot of information about this wonderful children's book author and illustrator. We learned that he authored over 70 books. And in our first video, we read the very first book that he authored and illustrated on his own, 1, 2, 3 to the Zoo, a very cute counting book. Here's a little mini picture of Eric, and this is one of his character creations. Today, I want to share with you, I think it's probably one of my favorite Eric Carle books, and it's such a cute story. It's filled with a lot of rhyme and repetition patterns, which makes this an easy book for parents to read to children, for children to read with their parents, and then for children to sneak off in a cozy corner and read to their own self, because the words and the pictures are very helpful in remembering a pattern. This is a fun book. I know that you may have heard it, especially if you have been to school. Here's a clue. You know what it is? Yeah, it's Brown Bear, Brown Bear. What do you see? If this is a story that you've heard at school, or maybe a parent or grandparent has read it to you, give me a big thumbs up. This is such a cute story. I love to read it to my grandson. He really enjoys it. And even though he's not even 2 yet, he remembers a lot of the characters because they are very colorful. Now we're going to read this book, Brown Bear, What Do You See? But I want to just give you a little bit of information before we read. The author of this book is not Eric Carle. It's Bill Martin Jr. This is a story that was written by another author, but illustrated by Eric Carle. In our first video, we learned that Eric was working a job in an ad agency. He was doing illustrations and pictures to sell things. He did a really cute lobster picture, and Bill Martin Jr. noticed it. He was an educator and an author, and he contacted Eric Carle, and they teamed up. They collaborated. So the first book that Eric was actually involved in working on was Brown Bear, but he didn't write it. He worked together, teamworked with Bill Martin Jr. And boy, what a great start with his illustrations. They're so cute. They're so colorful. I want you to sit back. I want you to get cozy. But I want you to really think, look, and listen, because when we're finished reading Brown Bear, what do you see? We're going to see if we can remember the characters and retell the story, which character came first, then which character, and then, and next, and finally, we'll go through all the characters. So see if you can remember, and the colors in the book will help you, I think, organize your character sequencing. All right, here we go. Brown bear, what do you see? And as we're reading, if you get the pattern, read with me at home. Brown bear, what do you see? I love this little chubby book. Brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. So on the next page, you're going to see a red bird. Here it is. Look how colorful. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Look at that vibrantly colorful yellow duck. Let's see what the yellow duck is seeing. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. What do you think about a blue horse? That would be cool to see. Look at the beautiful colors. And you know how Carle, he painted, he cut, and he pieced together his artwork. Beautiful. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Ribbit. Look at that cute, colorful green frog. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Imagine that, a purple cat. Whoa. He's beautifully colorful, isn't he? Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. Meow. I bet if a purple cat saw a white dog, he'd scamper away. White dog, what do you see? I love this white dog on a black page. He really pops with color, doesn't he? I see a black sheep looking at me. Bah. Now it's black on white. Cool and colorful. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. Teacher. That's me, Mrs. Davis, the teacher. Teacher, what do you see? What do you think she sees? I see children looking at me. Of course, she's in a classroom. Children, what do you see? What do you think they see? Do you think they see the teacher? Lots of children, they're looking and they're thinking. What do you think they see? Let's see. We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and a teacher looking at us. That's what we see. I love it. Now look closely, because we're going to go back and see if we can put all the animals and people in order from the first to the last. You help me at home, okay? Let me grab my characters. So here is the title, Brown Bear, what do you see? Okay, let's see if you can remember the very, and you know, I always say this, and I always say this to my students, a good way to remember if you can't remember the order of something and your teacher asks you what comes next, go back in the book and look. That's a really helpful and a good strategy. Okay, so the first character, of course, was the brown bear, right? The brown bear was the first, because it said, brown bear, what do you see? So that was the first character, the brown bear, right? So, brown bear, what do you see? What did the brown bear see? Remember? Let me give you a clue. It was red. Did you say the red bird? I saw the red bird looking at me. What did the red bird see? Let's think for just a minute. Red bird, what did you see? What did you see? All right, a yellow duck. Yeah. What did the yellow duck see? Yellow duck, what do you see? It's a clue. Something unusual that we wouldn't see. A blue, yeah, the blue horse looking at me. Now let's think for a minute. This beautiful blue horse. What did the blue horse see? Something green. Yeah, you guessed it. It was a frog, Ribbit. Green frog, what do you see? What did he see? It was purple. Unusual. Wouldn't see it in real life. Meow. Oh yeah, purple cat. Purple cat, what did you see? What did he see? Ruff. Yes, white dog. Remember the background was black? White dog, what did you see? What did the white dog see? Yes, he saw that. Black sheep. What did the black sheep see? Bah. Black sheep, what did you see? Something orange. But they said the name was goldfish, right? Goldfish. Bubble, bubble, bubble. And I can just imagine in a classroom, a fish tank with a goldfish, and the goldfish would be looking at the leader of the classroom. No, it's not the children. The teacher, because the goldfish wants the teacher to feed it. Don't you just love this picture of the teacher? I love the way that the brush strokes painted the teacher's face. Look closely at that artwork. Beautiful. And the brush strokes this way of the teacher, they were going down on her face and sideways on her hair. What a beautiful brush stroke technique Eric Carle used on his artwork. No wonder Bill Martin Jr. asked him to help illustrate Brown Bear, what do you see? Finally, the children. Teacher, what do you see? Of course she sees her children, her students. Aren't these children so cute? Look at the colors. Look at the faces. Look at the details that Eric Carle gave us. Rich and colorful. I'm so glad that Bill Martin asked him to illustrate because that book launched him on his own book writing and illustrating career, which even though he's passed away in 2021, even though he passed away a couple years ago, his books will live on for years and years to come. So lots of children and adults, I love his books, will live on and we can enjoy them. And then the children saw, children, what do you see? They saw everything. Brown bear, red bird, yellow duck, blue horse, green frog, purple cat, white dog, black sheep, goldfish, and teacher. Do you think all these things were in the classroom? Maybe they were in books and the kids were looking at them. Maybe there were maybe there was a color chart on the wall the teacher had and they were looking. It's fun to imagine and it's fun to read. I love the story Brown Bear, what do you see? I hope you enjoyed this first book collaboration of Eric Carle's, which launched him on his career. It was a very fun book. The thing I love about Brown Bear is it's so sing-songy. You can read it and you can get the pattern. It flows. That's why I love it so much. If you get a chance, see if you can find this book at a store or in the library, or even you can get a digital copy online and read with your family members, or sneak to your little cozy corner and enjoy the illustrations and read it to yourself. All right, now that's it for this story, Brown Bear, but I want to invite you to read with me our next Eric Carle book. One of his most famous books. I think so many children have read this or heard it. It's fun. It involves food, transformation, and a cute little colorful caterpillar that eats and eats and eats until he gets sleepy and chubby and sleepy. And then transformation. Please join me on our next video story together. It's summertime, so we're taking a little time to enjoy a good book in the summer when we have lots of extra time. We're going to be reading together The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. This one was written and illustrated by Eric Carle, and you can see that beautiful collage technique that he used where he painted with different colors of green, some yellows, some reds, and he cut out ovals to form The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I can't wait till we join back together to read this very fun book. And until then, as always, keep reading. See if you can spy out for this great book, Brown Bear. Keep reading, keep having a fun and safe summer, and I'll see you real soon.